Hey folks, please join our great community at RivianStories.com to get all the latest updates, pics, and videos from Rivian owners and fans. We also have t-shirts, hats, and gear guides for your next adventure. Hope to see you there. So let's move on to even more fun, which is yesterday, iJustine and Jenna, two sisters, they published two great videos of the R1S, and they did a little road trip, and we get to see a lot of great images and whatnot.
The best place to start, Kyle, is that I think we need a little bit of rebranding so that we might be able to get an R1S.
Yes. Okay, so Skylar.
I don't like the sound of iJimmy for whatever reason, so I think I'm just gonna call him Irish.
Oh, that's a good place to start. All right, so the rebrand, we will definitely get going. Skylar. The place we should go first is that these were great videos. They did a good job. I have watched iJustine stuff as far as like Mac reviews and stuff like that, kind of a tech channel. She does a great job. Instead of go through this frame by frame, which is 12 minutes, we definitely don't want to do that. I just want to point out a couple things that we have been waiting to see for a long time. All right, there we go. Finally. For those of you watching YouTube, I just had to cut out 5 minutes of editing. This shows this shows the space
it's all right, Kyle.
below the false floor without the dividers. On the other video from the sis, we get to see the space with the dividers. And of course, if I go over there and try and scrub through it, it's going to take even longer.
But we could describe it. And basically, there is the center section that would accommodate the compact spare. And then there's two divided sections on either side of that, on the left and right. But I somehow missed the one that, there you go. I somehow missed the one that you just had up on the screen without the dividers when I was watching those in real time. And man, that is a lot of additional space.
It's a big space.
So, Skylar, you obviously, for those that don't know, I met Skylar face to face for the first time at Fully Charged Live in Austin. And Skylar, if you recall, the R1S they had at Fully Charged Live, that area back there was maybe 4 inches deep, 3.5, 4 inches deep, if you recall, from the original. And that was one of the original prototypes, probably a very early iteration of a prototype, even at that point, because it was the Glacier White one, which hadn't really gone around a lot. But that area was extremely shallow compared to what we're seeing here, which is a huge upgrade, because that's every bit of a foot.
No, I agree.
If not more deep.
And just another quick observation with regards to what you have on the screen right now, Kyle. I like how you can lay that floor cover up on the back of the folded third row. It's pretty slick. And we did get our answer with regards to how that works, and I had already made up my mind that I figured out how it works, and it turns out that that's true.
I actually show that here. I go the correct way. She describes that, and I can. So there's the lower. Super easy. Which, of course, we predicted in the past few weeks in several videos. But now we finally get to see it, which is awesome. So yeah, big space. And then, looking over here, knowing that your kind of hose kit for the air compressor and the first aid kit has like a designated spot within the insert, I might leave the insert in quite a bit, because then you still have that middle space.
Yep.
I might.
Yeah.
We'll see.
We'll see
But
too.
it looks like a much larger space with that divider out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh, definitely. But I mean, it would be, you know, if you're the type that wants to have air when you need it, you know, obviously I would leave the hose in there in the first aid kit, and then that way it's just not sliding around everywhere unless you come up with a better way to
I've
store
already
it. Which
thought about it.
You guys might.
Like, since we've been talking, I've already thought about it. But yes,
I'm sure you have. I am sure you have.
And by the way, iJustine gets in this with the divider there. That's pretty impressive. She didn't have to fold it up. She's just like on the false floor.
Did you guys actually notice that? I think it was in Jenna's. She said that it was 200. She either said 208 or 200.8 inches. Anyways,
still
I did
202.
look it up, and the R1S is now. No, it's 200.8 inches
Okay.
on
200.
Rivian's website now.
Yeah.
They've changed it.
200.8.
They've changed it again.
yeah,
Yeah.
it was 198, then it was 200.8, then it was 202, and now it's back to 200.8, huh?
A few weeks ago, when we were talking about the seats folding flat. Ooh, that's how I can get that. When we're talking about the seats folding flat, I did the robot move, asking if like the bottom cushion is going to lower. If you guys remember that, I might have cut that out, but I think I actually left it in, believe it or not.
Yeah.
I think I actually left it in the final video. And here we see that bottom seat cushion does actually go down. So there is a bit of a lowering.
Mm-hmm.
Now, it's not like, if we get off that, there's still some space underneath here, but you can see it's probably, I would say, like 2.5 inches maybe that it lowers, maybe 3. Skylar, what do you think? Do you think that they're still going to be able to fit any kind of storage under there or not?
I think that depends on the mounting brackets for the seats. I think that you could still have some useful storage under that second row with something that slides up under that is still short enough to not interfere with the seat folding. But what that looks like is going to be dependent on how the seats mount to the floor.
That's the best view we get this whole video, because I looked at that yesterday. Of course I did. I'm thinking that'll maybe be like, you can slip like a box of Kleenexes or, you know, some kind of few loose things, like if you need a place to stash an umbrella or Jimmy's microfiber rags, you've got it under there, but probably not too much else. Yep.
A couple Plano cases.
Speaking of just space, this is the first time that I'm aware of. Someone asked this on a previous YouTube video comment. Is this the first time we've actually seen a human of any size in the third row of the R1S? And my answer is yes.
From this perspective, from this angle, yes.
Yeah, from this angle, yep.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
in your look Ma No Bar video, RJ was in the third row and folded
Right.
down the middle section of the second row. However, this is absolutely the best view that we have had of the space for an adult behind the second row.
Yeah. Hi, Jimmy. How tall is iJustine?
You ask me like I know. I don't
Hi,
know.
Skylar. How tall
I
is
don't
she?
know.
Jimmy's gonna hit the wiki. I mean, she's
Good
not
shot.
she's not as tall as me, and I have 2 questions about it. Lay it on us, Jimmy.
Can't see.
Yeah, cannot see.
5'3".
Oh my.
5'3".
Sorry, she 5'3".
Well, so my 2 questions are: what sliding position was the second row in? in these shots. So was the second row slid up some, or was it all the way back? And the other thing is, what does a human like me, who is over 6 feet tall, what does that leg room look like?
So interesting angle here that I had not, obviously we haven't seen before, is I feel like anybody that's in the third row might as well be in a different room of a house.
Yes, and that's what Mafro said. So it looks to me like the bottom of the third row seat is pretty low, and with the backs of the second row, it is definitely, it does not feel open.
Yeah, no, you
cannot wait to cram my kids back there. I mean, if there was some sound deadening, that would be incredible.
Hey, you're from Texas, and I'm sure you can redneck engineer some stuff. So
there's a point in the video where she's like, "How you doing back there?" And like the dad, which I think that's so cool that they had the parents with them. I think that is awesome.
Yeah.
But they're cool. Like, the dad was like, "Yep, doing good," and then you could hear the mom say, "Yep, doing good," but she's not there. Yeah. So to you guys' point, she must be in the third row, but you can't see her; you just hear her. So, yeah, and
oh yeah, she's in the West Wing.
This gives you a good idea of, you're looking out here to an overcast sky, kind of sunny, and then up here. For those of us who aren't Jimmy riding around in it every day, it's looking good. And then to that point too, as far as an easy thing to miss is how cool that back sunroof is. So even though they are in the West Wing, I still do get a great view up top. So
Right. One thing that I thought they changed in the R1S, and I guess I missed it, that they changed in the R1T, is the divided rear doors. The windows on the R1T, it's a full panel that slides down. On the R1S, there's a divider still, which I thought they had gotten rid of, but I guess not.
I'd like to take a look at that now that you mention it. That is interesting, and I see it.
We also finally get to see this. Here we go. Play.
Yes.
Boom. This is the simple things, guys. So good job, girls. Honestly, great job. You did good. Great shots. Great story.
Yep.
And we can't wait to get ours, which is going to take me to the final segment. All right, folks, that's it for this one. Again, catch the entire episode on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or your favorite podcast app. Until the next video, we'll be hanging out at rivianstories.com, so we hope to see you there.